will tell you all about it.
Every so often, my parents ask me the stupidest question. What did you learn in school today? How am I supposed to answer that? I don't know what I learned. I'm sure I learned something, but it's hard to put it into a sentence or two. Usually when they ask me, I go blank and can't remember anything. Over the years, I've learned some important facts in school, but I've never felt I should tell my parents about them. Once, I decided to prepare myself for the question. I made a list of facts and carried it in my pocket. The next time my folks said, what did you learn in school today? I was ready. I whipped out my list and said, over a period of time, 27% of the Earth was covered by glacial ice. Earth is 93 million miles from the sun. I thought they'd be pleased with such a show of knowledge, but my parents told me not to act smart, but to be glad that they took an interest in my education.
Our last but very not least scene is Three Witches from Macbeth, written by William Shakespeare, featuring Miss Carly Edwards, Miss Jane Rice, and Miss Lauren Bianco.
Presents. It's so dreadful to be poor.
I don't think it's fair for some girls to have lots of pretty things and other girls to have nothing at all.
We've got father, mother, and each other.
We have not father, and we shall not have him for a really long time.
You know, the only reason Mother proposed to not having any presents this Christmas was because it's going to be a hard winter for everyone. And she says not to spend our money for pleasure when our men are suffering in the army, but we can make our little sacrifices and ought to do it gladly, but I'm afraid I can't.
But I just don't think that the little we would give would do much good. I mean, we each only got $1, and the army won't be much helped by that. So I agree not to expect anything from you or from Mother, but I do want to buy a new book.
I plan to spend mine in new music.
And I shall get a nice box of Faber's drawing pencils. I really need them.
Yeah, Mother didn't say anything about our money. I mean, she won't wish us to give up everything. So let's have a little fun. Let's do one thing and each buy what we want. After all, we do go hard enough to earn it.
Joe, you do use such slang words. It's really very undignified. Don't, Joe. It's so boyish.
That's why I do it.
I detest rude, unladylike girls.
And I hate affected nitty penitence.
Oh, girls, don't argue. Beth is right. You're old enough to leave off boyish tricks. Behave better, Josephine. It didn't matter so much when you were little, but now you are so tall, at least turn up your hair. You should know that you're a young lady.
I ain't, and if turning up my hair makes me one, then I'll wear it in 2 tails until I'm 20. I hate to think that I have to be Miss Marge wearing those long gowns and looking as prim as a china aster. It's bad enough being a girl anyway, when I like work and school and manners. I just want so bad to go fight off in the war with Papa, but I can't because I have to stay here and knit like a poky old woman.
Oh, poor Joe. As for you, Amy, you are altogether too particular and prim. Your airs are funny now, but if you don't take care, you'll grow up and be a goose. I like your refined ways of speaking and perfect manners, but your absurd words are just as bad as Joe's slang.
I'm just trying to expand my vocabulary. I'm just going to ignore such coarseness.
Oh, how furious you make me!
Look what I made for the play, Green Scarf. Isn't it perfect, Joe?
Good job. Let's come on, Amy, let's try your part. I'm stiff as a poker in that one.
I can't help it. I never saw anyone paint before, and I don't choose to make myself all black and blue tumbling flat as you do. If I can go down easily, I'll drop. If I can't, I shall fall into a chair and be graceful. I don't care if you go, don't come at me with a pistol.
Whatever, okay, just do it like this. Grasp your hands, stagger across the floor yelling, Rodrigo, save me, save me.
Rodrigo, save me!
Oh, it's no use. Do the best you can when the time comes, but if the audience yells at you, then don't blame me. Come on, let's try your part.
Me. I may never marry you, Hugo, though you keep me prisoner till I am old and gray. My heart belongs to Rodrigo. Isn't that right, Joe?
It's the best we had yet.
I don't see how you write such splendid things, Joe. You're a regular Shakespeare.
Not quite. I would like to try Macbeth, though. If only we had a trap door for bankrupt.